Hello friends, in this video I will show you how to make yourself admin in your Firebase app in Sketchware. So here I have this application in which the first page is for logging in. So when the user is logged in, suppose the user has already logged in once and he enters the second time, then in onCreate this code will be executed if Firebase auth is logged in and the other codes. So here I will first display my Firebase auth UID in an edit text field so that I can find my own UID. So here I will use this block, edit text, edit email, set text, Firebase auth get UID. So this will display my UID in edit email, which is this field. So now let's run this project. So here, since I am already logged in but I am not verified, it is showing please wait for verification by admin, and here this is my UID. So I will just copy my UID and now I will put it in my Firebase database. So I will go to my Firebase real-time database and here I will click on this thing. Okay, in this thing I will click on plus symbol and in key I will write admin, and for value I can select any type. So I will select this type object and here I will put this curly bracket. This means the value will be an object. Now inside this curly bracket I will first write a child called admin and its value will be another object. So here one more time I will put this curly brackets, and inside this I will add the child value pair. So I will add the key value pair. So the key will be admin underscore ID and value of this will be a string variable which will be equal to my UID. So here I will paste my UID. Okay, and that's all. So now I will click on add symbol here. So now you can see it has added admin, and inside this one more admin with A in small letters, and then inside that there is the admin underscore ID. So now I will go to my project, and from here in onCreate I will remove this edit email.setText thing. Okay, and here in components I have added two things. One is users and second one is admin with file location admin with A capital. So here you have to see the second word after the colon which I have written. It contains the same name which is here in the database. Here you can see it is users with S in the end, and here it is admin with A capital. So now we go to onCreate. So here if Firebase auth is logged in, first I set the users to stop listening, and here I set user ID. If Firebase auth is logged in, then the user ID is Firebase auth get UID, and I set a query to firebase.getReference.child users.order by key equal to user underscore ID, and then I add a child event listener to this query called users child listener. So I do this because I have to get the data of the user to a map variable. I have created a map variable here, map1. You can see this map1. So I write a query to get data of the user ID, and I get the data in this users on child added event, and here I write this map1 is equal to underscore child value. This is underscore child value, and map1 is this map1 which I have created. And after this I enter app. This is on child added, and here also I have used enter app. Here I display a dialog box which shows please wait for verification by admin, and then I enter app. In enter app I use this code. First I check if email is verified or not. If email is verified, then I check if user ID. Then I set the string variable user ID to Firebase auth get UID, and if this UID equals admin underscore ID, which is a string variable, then I move to admin page. If it is not admin ID, then I check if the map1 contains key verified, and if it contains key verified, then if it is true, then I move to chat activity, which is the main page of the app. And if it is not verified, then I show your account is not verified by admin. Okay, and if email is not verified, then I display a dialog box that your email is not verified. Go to your email ID and verify your email. So that's all in enter app. So initially these two things will automatically be happening. One is on child added. Okay, if user is logged in, then only then this query will be executed, and only then this users on child added will be executed. If user is not logged in, then this thing will be executed. User on sign in user complete means user will enter his username and password, and if it is success, then it will execute this enter app if user sign in is success. Okay, but this admin will be executed automatically. So here admin on child added, I will set the string variable admin underscore ID to this map child value get key admin underscore ID. Here you can see I have admin underscore ID here. So that's why I have used admin underscore ID as the key, and the value will be my UID. So that will be set as admin underscore ID string variable. And then I will check if Firebase auth is logged in. If it is logged in, I will enter the app. So what happens if I enter the app here? Here, since I am the admin, my Firebase auth UID will be equal to the admin ID, and I will go to admin page activity. Okay, and let's see the admin page activity. Here I have two buttons. One is unverified users and verified users. When I click on unverified users, I have these two pages, unverified.xml and verified.xml. So when I click on unverified users, it will go to unverified.xml, and here I have a list view. I have a button for loading more users, and I have a text view which displays number of users which are being displayed. In components, I have Firebase auth component and a Firebase DB component called users. Users is the file location, database location. So here first I put this block user stop listening, and then I have a block called update query. So I have these two more blocks. First one is declared, where I have declared a query called query1, and this query1 I have one more block called update query. So here I have set a number variable numbers to numbers plus 15, and then I have a string list map list map variable user list, and here I set this query 1. Query 1 is set to underscore firebase.getReference.child users dot limit to last int numbers. So it will get the first 15 numbers, and in query 1 I have added the child event listener underscore user underscore child underscore listener. So only this much is there, and then update query will be executed in onCreate. So this will take us to the user child listener, which is actually this on child added event. So here I get the child value, this child value, and I add it to list map user list, and then I set the text of text view1 to length of user list, and I display this list map user list in list view 1. For displaying it in list view 1 I have onBind custom view, and here if it contains key username I display it in text view 1, and if it contains key verified, and if the value of this key verified is true, then I set the text of button 1 to verified, else I set the text of button 1 to verify. I will show you this button 1. So for this list view I have a custom view unverified users. So this contains this button called button 1, and this is text view 1. So in onBind custom view, if the user is not verified it will display verify, and if it is verified it will display verified. And when button 1 is clicked I set the string variable user id to get value at position key uid of list map user list. Here this key uid I used that because it contains this key uid. Okay, here you can see the name is Lucas. So instead of limit to last we can also use limit to first. Here I'll write limit to first. Okay, so we are in onBind custom view. So here I create a new map variable called send map, and I put this key verified value true, and then I update this Firebase DB component user key user id value send map. So that's all here. When button 1 is clicked I update the query. So when I update the query it will add 15 numbers to the previous number. So earlier it was 15, now it will be 30, and then it will get the 30 users, first 30 users. Okay, and I have one more activity which is verified users, and this is for custom view. So this is the verified users. It contains only a list view and a component called users. In onCreate I use Firebase DB user stop listening, and then I use this thing. Actually all these things is not required if we use query, so it's better to use query here. Okay, I'll just show you how to make it query. So we'll go back to the verified unverified activity, and here we will copy this declared thing com.google.firebase.database.query. So now we'll go back to verified activity. Here in onCreate I will paste this query, and then I will give this query a name. let's name it query 2. So this query 2 will be equal to underscore firebase dot get reference dot child users dot order by child verified, so that it will get all verified users dot equal to true. So up to here is the query. If verified, the child verified is equal to true, only then it will get that result. And after this, to this query 2 we will add a listener. So here I'll write query2 dot add, and we will remove all these things. So what listener we have to add? Here we have to see the name of the component. So name of the component is user, user, no s there. So we will use that. I'll just show you in this source code. Here you can see it contains underscore user underscore child underscore listener. So this is the listener which they have defined, and this we can add to this user. So we will use this user dot add child event listener. So we have to copy this whole thing, and I will put it here. And instead of user we have to add it to query. So we will write query2 dot add child event listener user child listener. Okay, and then we can remove all these things and put this code user list thing in this event user on child added event. So here I will get this thing, get value of, or add this thing, add this map value child value to user list, and then display it in list view. List view 1 set list custom view data user list, and list view 1 refresh data. Okay, and in on bind custom view I display the username only. So that's all here. Now let's check this. So here you can see, since I am the admin, it has taken me to this admin activity page, and here I can see the verified users and unverified users. So when I click on unverified users, it shows 15 items here. It shows me 15 users who are not verified. So if I have to verify someone, I will click on, like here it is Lucas, and in this activity also you can see the name Lucas. So here when I click on verify, let's see if it has changed or not. So here you can see it has changed verified to true. Okay, but this list has not updated. When I click on load more users, so then it gets updated. Okay, and let's see this verified users. So here also you can see that Lucas has been added. So now I go back to unverified users and verify someone else. Load more items, and I'll verify this Ghost, and I'll verify Shubham and Lebron. Now let's go back and see verified users. So you can see all these users have been verified, and here also you will see verify against the names of those users who have been verified. So that's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this.